Alright, so if you guys remember what happened last week, the short recap, since the doctor was not here, Vandalay and Myrrh found themselves in a ancient outpost. They had to awaken a mysterious alien that goes by the name of Yuan. And
That's right, I remember
now. During that time, the Romulans showed up and sort of formed a little bit of a makeshift alliance with Captain Falvin for the time being. Of course, Captain Falvin was pretty much flabbergasted at the fact that the Romulans knew quite a bit about their current mission status.
I missed our first encounter with Romulans. Like at this time, this would have been the first time literally any of our characters met a Romulan, probably.
Oh, that wasn't the only thing you missed. That was not the only thing you missed.
Towards the end of it, a unknown alien ship dropped out, came and warped into the system. The Azure took some minor damage, currently has 3 breaches on her. With the help of the Romulans, they were able to defeat the unknown aliens, and currently there is a wreckage sitting out in the middle of space above Denasia. And I believe that catches up to where we're currently at right now.
Did you tell them about our guest that's on board? Because I think we made it back to the ship.
Yes, you made it back to the ship, and they're currently on board. And I think
who's on board?
The other unknown alien that everyone's pretty much already, kind of figured out that it's an Iconian.
Yep.
I don't remember much about the Iconians except for the missing, chunk in the ground with Riker standing over it. Where that, city... Isn't that it them who made that city disappear?
That's Borg. Think the probe that almost destroyed the Enterprise.
The probe that destroyed the Yamato almost destroyed the Enterprise and a Romulan, the Derricks. I believe the episode was Contagion?
They're bad people. That's all you need to know. And
okay, just because they got their reputation being known as demons of air and darkness.
I mean, you don't get those nicknames by liking rainbows and unicorns.
Alright.
I mean, I'm sure the Federation has a bunch of derogatory names in Klingon, and they're not the bad guys. That being said, I also doubt the Klingons call the Federation demons of air and darkness.
Okay, Captain, I do have a captain's log for you if you want to go ahead and read it out. Feel free to change it as you see fit.
Captain's log, stardate 2576.2. We engaged in a hostile conflict with the unknown aliens once again. With help from the Romulans, we managed to destroy the vessel. While our aid on Denasia, we have picked up a new passenger. This alien calls herself Yuan, perhaps. Anyway, though we know very little about her, and unlike the other unknown aliens we have encountered, she has shown no signs of hostilities as of yet, but time will only tell what her motives may be.
All right. So currently, Captain, the Romulan ship is hailing you.
On screen, please.
I'm probably going to go ahead and assume that Lieutenant Vanderlei followed through with that. Captain.
Yes.
Captain, is everything okay with your vessel?
We've suffered some measure of damage, but nothing our engineers should be able to fix. How is your ship faring?
We have only took slight damage to our shields, but other than that, we are doing fine. Do you require any assistance?
Not at this time, but thank you for the offer. I was intending to board the ship and inspect it. Did you want to coordinate an inspection team? Since these seem to be the aliens that we encounter, that we're both of interest in.
It seems very most prudent, Captain. I will. I could head over to your ship with a small team, and we can coordinate plans from there if you like.
Very well. Arrange for your away team. We'll beam you over to our ship, and then once we have our team assembled, we'll meet you in the transport room. If that is all right with you.
Sounds prudent, Captain. We'll be ready to transport within 10 minutes of your time.
Acknowledged. Azure out. Stand on red alerts. Keep it yellow, please. Damage control for all decks, please.
Mark, currently
Yes.
the ship has a breach, I believe, from what I remember, to weapons, sensors, and engines.
Yeah. So my answer is we're blind, dumb, and immobile.
Comforting. How long will it take for us to get back and up and running?
Given the damage, 4 hours, maybe. We took some heavy shots, Captain.
Do you believe we need any outside assistance, or can we safely get to the nearest base to get repairs?
As soon as I patch up the engines, we should be able to make for K-12 relatively safely. Or K-10, which one's closer? I think it's 12.
Very well. Get to work on the engines, get them up and running as soon as you can.
Yes, Captain.
Lieutenant Commander Sean.
Yes, Captain.
I would like you to assemble an away team to go over to the alien vessel and coordinate with the commander in the inspection of the new ship, since we're sharing as much information as we can.
1 second, Captain. My security team watching Yuan, they say she's demanding to see who is in charge.
Very well. Have her escorted to the conference room. I'll speak with her.
I can.
So, real quick, before you get ready to make preparations to go over to the alien vessel, we're going to cut to engineering. And since you want to start repairing the ship, we're going to actually have your favorite thing, an extended task.
Actually, that is kind of my favorite thing.
I know.
I am built for them.
Currently, when I made the PDF, it's actually supposed to be a 3 for the difficulty. not a 2. It is a difficulty's 2. Magnitude is 3, so you need 3 breakthroughs to repair the ship. It's also resistance 3.
All
And
right. Go ahead.
no, okay, that's it. It's some.
right.
I have a couple other things, but I was reading ahead. So go ahead, give me a. Depends on how you want to do this. You give me a control, engineering.
Okie dokie.
So, and keep in mind, each breakthrough represents 1 system damaged. So.
Okay.
Please repair 1.
All right. For the engines, would warp drive systems come in handy for focus?
Sure, I'll allow it. And this will only be for one time only though.
Oh yeah,
For this
that's
test.
fine. All right. Here goes nothing. Damn it! I didn't make it. I'm gonna spend my determination, reroll that 0, if I can.
You're gonna have to give me a value.
That's easy. Measure twice, cut once.
Alright, I'll allow it.
God damn it. Alright, well, fuck.
Okay. Work goes very kind of slow for this. My question is, and why didn't you just give me threat for an extra dice? I don't understand it.
We've learned our lesson.
What lesson is that?
Never
Don't
give
worry
GM
about it.
threat.
Never give the GM threat, right?
That did not work out for us in that battle on the bridge and battle and engineering episode, though.
That's true.
Okay. Alright, we're gonna cut to the doctor. Doctor, you have been healing Rebecca Rue's injuries. This was the girl that got sort of kind of semi-crushed when your rover rolled over her. And you've managed to heal her broken ribs and her legs. However, you did notice that her L3 vertebrae has been fractured. And it's going to require surgery in order to repair the damage, or else she will not be able to walk again.
Well, then let's get to it. I'll probably see if I can get a nurse to assist.
All right. I will allow that. I also believe should probably open my core rulebook.
I think I get an advantage.
Yeah.
When I captains and first officers get all kinds of cool rules about determination. Doctors just get a simple advantage.
Hey.
Only
and
on
also,
one part of the
and so does engineers, if I remember correctly, too.
Yeah.
Theirs kind of applies to the whole ship, though. I think mine only applies when I'm in sickbay.
Question,
It does.
GM.
Yes.
Bruce's picture is Allison Scagliotti, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, all of our pictures are basically just celebrities that have been altered a little bit.
Oh no, I was just like, that's okay. That's a good picture of her. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the girl from Warehouse 13.
Yeah.
Is that show still running?
No.
And now I'm opening up Google.
I used to watch that when I was in high school years and years ago.
Anyway, yeah, you do get an advantage, Doctor. And I already counted your advantage in there for the task, for engineering.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I get it.
So you get an extended task, delicate surgery.
Oh shit!
Yup.
Yeah, you only have to outdo me by, you have to do it
2
with the
magnitude
lights off.
and 2 resistance. More than
So
the engineer.
now keep in
And the
mind this
difficulty's
is
higher.
so your task for this doctor though. Unfortunately, you're only going to have 5 tries to succeed at this.
God damn it!
The reason why. Yeah.
Welcome to the life of a doctor.
The reason why is during this task, if you damage the nerve endings during the surgery or don't repair them properly, she will not be able to walk.
I promise I'll show up to games. I won't leave games anymore.
This was actually
Are you
from last
kidding?
week, and you might have been able to have to do the surgery under fire too, which is kind of disappointing. But
Ah, come on, it's not that hard. I worked on both you and Prax in the dark. You got this.
I was giving you free determination, though. No one's giving me free determination. Captain, I need you.
Believe
Okay.
in yourself.
Does someone want to play Lavoir?
yeah,
'Cause
I will
I'm gonna
allow
need the
Ravar to
assistance.
have as an assist for this.
Alright, I can do that.
Now keep in mind, if you complete the entire work track, you will successfully repair her even without getting all the breakthroughs. But you will need 5 breakthroughs in order to finish the task.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing this is reason medicine, or is this
No, this is
control
going to
medicine?
be actually control or daring medicine to do the surgery.
Okay, that's control medicine.
He has a focus in
And-
surgery. Can we use that with the assist?
Lavar?
Yeah. He's got medical procedures and surgery for focuses.
I think both would actually kind of qualify for that.
And I can use trauma surgery?
No, that's a little bit different.
This is a trauma, though. Like it's not like a inflamed appendix or anything. It's an actual like trauma to the body.
Yeah, what he is doing medically would be considered trauma surgery. Well, I mean, okay, so let's do it this way. Is she going to die without the surgery?
She'll live without the surgery. She just won't be able to
Then
walk.
it's not trauma surgery. Trauma surgery is it has to be life threatening. You're just keeping her from being a paraplegic or quadriplegic or whichever is paraplegic.
Okay. Well,
Sorry.
Mur didn't help you with by not. He had
yeah,
an easy
I
one.
know.
No, if that was the case, I would have used trauma surgery a lot. Because I had it for a while.
Can I spend a determination on it could be worse?
You know what? I would allow that. Because it could definitely have been worse for her.
Oh yeah, she had the Humvee on her.
Yeah, she had the Humvee on her.
And then I'll probably spend 3 threat.
Okay. You're using your determination, so it's 2 threat for 1 die. It'll be 4
Oh,
for
yeah.
the other dice.
I'm going to be spending
So-
a lot of threat, so we'll just start off with 3 here.
So you're rolling 3 dice or 4?
3.
Okay.
So that's 5 for me alone.
Yeah, I need LeVar, and then I'm trying to remember. I think the ship should get an assist for this.
So that should be 2 momentum.
No, I guess not. So yeah, that is 2 momentum. Roll, let's see, medicine. So 7 challenge dice. Wow. So that's 8. You currently have 2 momentum right now. That is not enough for a breakthrough. You currently only have 3 on the work track.
So, if I spent the 2 momentum, I could get 1 breakthrough, and that would reduce the magnitude.
The difficulty is already
or-
going down by 1 because you've were successful at it.
The breakthrough
need
would
to
reduce
spend-
the difficulty.
You if you spent 1 momentum for piercing, that will get you to 5 because
Okay.
that will drop the resistance to 3.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. And that is 1 breakthrough.
Is there any way you could like write the numbers anywhere so I can see them? Or I can freehand it or whatever.
Actually, I usually have the bar, but or someone's beating me to it here. Okay. So I'll let you have one more try at this before I switch to someone else.
Okay, then I'm going to spend a determination again on the same value because I had my normal one plus the one from the milestone.
Okay, so you're calling your So in order to call a normal determination from a normal milestone is you have to. I'm trying to remember. It has to reflect. In order to gain that determination, it has to reflect what happened during that. When you
So
gained
the
that
mission
normal
I
milestone.
got that from is where I was saving her life on the planet. So this is kind of a continuation of how I got the momentum and the determination in the first place. Like this is kind of just seeing it through, spending
Okay,
the determination to see.
All right, I'll allow it. You need to cross out that saved milestone on your character sheet. It's a difficulty 3 right now.
Where is the little butt? Oh, there it is. Let me mark that real quick. Okay. And then I'll use that. No, I'll spend 2 more threat for 1 more die.
Okay. Get 1 momentum. 2 momentum. So you should be up to 3. Roll me 7 challenge dice.
Now, what can I do to
So-
re-roll those?
You can spend a momentum to reroll 4 dice.
I'll do that.
It's currently 3 successes, so you'll probably need to spend another momentum to do piercing to get 5.
Yeah, we'll do that.
So that is a second breakthrough, and the difficulty goes down to 2.
Would it help any if I spent... Could I buy another piercing? Do I have enough for that?
You can spend the last momentum for piercing and go down more on the work track if you want.
I should just keep that. I'm adding a lot of threat. That may come in handy later. I can manage it now that I don't need to use determination.
Okay. Keep in mind, this is to represent this surgery. So the reason why this is time gated is it's just long enduring process because you're literally opening her
Yeah,
back up.
but
and
I've done 10. I've got
Yes, you've
3
done
more
10.
tries to do 11, so I feel like this is definitely doable.
Okay. All right, back on the bridge. Currently, you're still gathering up the team. Vandalay, you pick up a transmission of some sort. Give me an insight plus engineering check, assisted by the ship's communications plus security. And the difficulty is
You said
3.
insight.
Insight
Insight
plus
and
engineer. Yes. And then assisted by the ship's communications plus security. Difficulty is 3.
And so since I'm picking up a transmission, I can use subspace communications as a focus.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Awesome. Never mind.
I'll take the complication as threat. And I'm gonna let you succeed at cost here, just that way you have a chance to actually do it. You're picking up a transmission from the damaged Hirogen vessel that's being transmitted out of the system. Currently, you can't decipher it, but you can start recording it and decipher what the transmission is about. But currently, the
So
unknown
yes,
alien vessel is sending out a signal.
Captain, I'm picking up a signal from an unknown alien vessel. Looks like it's from the. You said it was the Hirogen system.
Well, no, it's the unknown alien. That's the debris field.
Oh, gotcha.
You guys don't technically
Well, I
know that
relay
they're
that to the
Hirogen,
captain.
so
Gotcha.
Any idea to content?
Not initially, sir. From what I understand, I can record it and then attempt to translate it afterwards, but it might take a little bit of time.
All right. For now, jam their signal, but record what they're still broadcasting.
You got it, sir.
ooh, jamming. All right, give me a control plus engineering task assisted by the ship's communications plus security. Difficulty is going to be a 3.
And this is a
Guys,
translation task?
No. This is the jamming task. So to
Oh,
jam the
gotcha.
actual signal that they're broadcasting. So it is control plus engineering. Assisted by
Okay.
the ship's communications plus security. I said difficulty 3, but let's make it 2.
Even then.
17s. The dice are not with you.
Mm-mm.
I need the assist from the. Well, there's doesn't matter. You failed.
No success.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, you're not. The transmission stopped abruptly, but you were not able to jam it.
Sir, I attempted to jam the signal. I wasn't able to, but it seems like the transmission's abruptly stopped.
Communicate with the Romulan vessel, see if they have any information to share. Their communication officer might have caught that. We're not sure of their training, so hopefully we are. They have more luck than we.
Aye, Captain. I communicate with the Romulan vessel. See if they picked it up.
We picked it up, but we're currently trying to decipher it our own, but we were not able to stop the transmission. Felt the same as what happened to you guys.
Okay. I relay that to the captain.
Are you able to determine where it went or where it was going?
That would require him deciphering the actual message.
Sir, I can attempt to take some time to decipher the message.
Do that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
GM, yeah, how do we want to go about that?
So this is going to be a extended task for you as well.
God,
Woo!
someone's on a power trip here, making us do tasks.
He's the Oprah of extended tasks. You get an extended task, and you get one, and you get one.
The captain's gonna order someone to fire phasers, and he's gonna turn that into an extended.
Okay. So this is going to be a reason plus engineering, since you're going through and trying to figure the code out. The difficulty is 5, the magnitude is 3, so you need 3 breakthroughs, or complete 12 on the work track, and the resistance is 5.
Okay, so that
And you
what
can
does
have
that
an
does that mean
assist-
anything for my complication range or anything?
No. It's okay. So the difficulty is 5, which means you need 5 successes in order to at least be able to roll and actually do work on the track. This is you have all the time in the world to complete this. However, whether or not it becomes relevant down the road is depending on what happens. I'm gonna give you a couple tries during each scene to work on it. Till
Okay.
the almost till the end of the mission. Also, the ship can assist with computers plus engineering or science.
Okay, and this is essentially a cryptography task, right?
Yes, it's a cryptography task.
Okay. All right.
Does the difficulty take into account his
Okay,
role?
so I'm not gonna let. So the difficulty is 5. So you're gonna have to probably roll more dices than. Because if rolling just 2, you're not gonna make it. So you could spend a determination to get more successes, or give me threat, or use the one momentum to buy more dice.
All right, well, I'll use the 1 momentum. And spending determination, does that give me an automatic success? Or is that just 1
It
dice?
gives you an automatic success, crit success, so you'll get 2 successes out of it. But you
Let's
have to
do
give me
that.
a value. You have to give me a value though to represent this task. and are allowed to spend it.
So let's see if I can do anything I set my mind to applies. Obviously, this is a very focused task that requires a lot of concentration. So
Okay, I'll allow it. In order to get one more dice, you're going to have to give me one threat to roll 3 dice.
yeah, and let's do that.
Okay. So roll me 3 dice. That's 5 successes. That's just enough. So it's going to be it's going to be 6 challenge dice since you're using engineering. Did you hit 6 then enter on there? That's really odd. It was all blanks.
Let's try that again. Okay.
Okay. That is 4. Unfortunately, the resistance is 5. You do not get work any done on the work track.
Darn.
But the difficulty does go down to 4.
Okay, cool.
You can do one more triad attempt at it if you like. If not, I'll move on to someone else.
Yeah, let's try one more.
Okay. It's reason engineering, assisted by the ship's computers plus science or engineering.
Wait, what was the difficulty? 4?
4.
All right. So that's been another threat.
Okay. That is just enough.
You know what? Scratch that. I'll pick it up next time.
So you're not okay. All right. So unfortunately, there's not enough to succeed at what you have there. I guess 2 people rolled for the ship at the same time. It's all right. At this time, we're going to go to the conference room where Captain Falvin, I'm assuming Sean is there as well.
No, I assigned Sean to assemble an away team.
That's right.
For the.
That's right. And then you were meeting with
the Iconian guest who demands to speak with somebody. Well, sorry, the unknown alien.
Right.
Greetings. Are you the one that's in charge?
I am Captain Falvin of the USS Azure. I am in command of the ship. How may I assist you?
First off, I'd like to thank you for taking me in. I would greatly appreciate it if I give you a set of coordinates and deliver me to these coordinates. I am looking for my people.
Have you given coordinates to my staff yet? To my crew?
No, I have not.
Very well. I grab like a pad, the equivalent in that era. What are the coordinates? I'll jot them down right now for you if you like.
She just kind of opened, she has this. She kind of moves her arm motion and kind of hovering like a holographic image kind of appears over her wrist area, and she kind of types some things in, and then it looks like she just kind of motions towards the pad, and it kind of sends a signal straight to the pad. And on the pad, when you look at it, the coordinates appear in the pad.
Very interesting. GM, ballpark, does it? How far away does it look at cruising speed?
Let's go to the map here. So right where I pinged at, and this little icon that I'm kind of moving a little bit around, you can see that, is where it's at. So, and you can kind of see where your ship's at currently. It's not too far. You're roughly about 5 light years from it. So it's relatively close.
Oh, okay. At that distance, do I believe I can maintain contact with the away team? Because it's only 5 light years.
Not really, no. The way team's communicators would not be strong enough to transmit that far. Maybe up into the system at the edge of it, but that's far as they would probably go.
If I assign them a shuttle, do I think the shuttle might be able to act as a transmitter for them?
Possibly. I mean, yeah, it probably would work. Shuttle definitely has a lot stronger range on it than a simple comm badge.
Yeah. All right. One. Is there a title? Or is it just one? Not captain or...
Yes. It's just one.
Very well. One. I believe I can make arrangements. Currently, my ship is in the midst of a mission right now with a nearby ship. However, I believe I can make arrangements if it is urgent to head there right now. I do not believe. I believe the away team will take a little bit of time, but I do not know how much of a hurry you are currently. You know more than I about your people's situation.
When I went into a sleep state, my people were in the midst of a great war. And I currently do not know their state, well-being, or even if my people are alive, but there is only one remote station that is still active. I'm hoping to find answers there. I am currently at your leisure in terms of how quickly I can arrive there.
Very well. I will look into seeing about how getting this done, get you there as quickly as possible. If we're heading out, the moment we head out, I'll be sure to let you know. I'll send a message down to you. But I should be able to make it quickly. If not, I'll let you know how long it's going to be, if it's going to be an extended period of time. But we should be able to do this quickly.
Thank you, Captain.
Not at all. Do you need any assistance or any while here on the ship, or any accommodations you need? We're not very familiar with your species, so actually, forgive me. Do you believe you would benefit from a medical exam to make sure that you're well? We do have the most advanced medical facility aboard ships for our fleet, anyway.
I do not require treatment of any type of medical from your kind. My apparatus that I'm currently wearing has provided all the medical needs that I have foreseen after the cryo sleep.
Very well. But if you need any assistance at all, be sure to to contact as you did before, and I'll be sure to assist with that. If there's nothing else, I can have my men escort you back to your quarters.
That is all. Thank you.
Not at all. Enjoy your stay. I'll do what we can.
All right, go back to the bridge where I'm sure Captain Falvin at this point has walked back on board. The Romulan Sub-Commander Jarrell has notified the ship that they are prepared to beam over.
How many?
Him and 2 others.
Very well. Beam over when ready. Or we'll beam. Are they beaming over, or are we beaming them over?
You're just linking up the transporters, and they're just beaming straight over. So.
Okay. Yeah, they can beam over when they're ready.
Do you think it's logical to have Romulans on our ship, Captain?
Lieutenant Grace, we are joint operations investigating an unknown species with exceptional power. It is to our benefit to foster peace with other peoples. And right now, the Romulans are being peaceful and have rendered us direct assistance in the relevant future. It would be illogical to shun away help that we may very well need. Besides, the diplomatic gains from this negotiation in this operation will prove dividends for the rest of the Federation. One hopes, anyway.
I'm not trusty. Steal or maybe nick our information about the creature.
Well, they're not being allowed beyond the transporter bay, and besides, if they wish to scan our ship, they very well could have done that already. But I doubt they'll have too much more insight than we already have. Speaking of nicking information, as you say, there was a transmission that the good communications officer found. I would like you to see if there's anything in the sensor logs to determine if there is anything where it went, unless the lieutenant commander believes that your presence over there would be required. Actually,
My question is, are you guys going to scan the ship before you send an away team over there, or?
Yes, I would like that to be done.
Could be a sign of, like, privacy invasion. I don't know if that could come back to haunt us, just a thought.
Well, we're scanning the ship we shot at and
The
help
wreckage.
disable.
Sorry,
Oh, okay.
the unknown alien wreckage. For that, it's going to be a reason plus science, assisted by the ship's sensors plus science, difficulty 0.
That would be to you, Lieutenant Grace.
And I'm going to spend some threat here to make it complication range 2.
Okay, so what's the difficulty?
Difficulty is 0. So you don't need any. This is pretty much pure momentum game for you.
Okay.
But I need complication
Toss
range
roll
though.
2. Okay.
That's supposed to be 2. Complication is going to be 2 as well. Because I spent threat.
And it's science plus reasoning, yeah?
Yes. Assisted by the ship's sensors plus science.
Would my focus come into play, like computers?
No, it's sensors operations.
Okay.
Unless
Okay.
you have a focus in alien tech. That might come into play. Let me see what you got.
Technology.
It's ancient technology, so no.
No? Okay, fair enough.
Nope.
Alright. I've got no momentum to spend. Woohoo!
So it's 2 momentum gain. From what you initially pick up, the ship has no life support functions on it and currently running on limited power. Like, there's still some active power, like most likely probably emergency power, but other than that, everything is offline and there's no life support. There's too many hull breaches. You can ask questions. The science offer, you do get 1 free one.
My guessing. Wait. Does it have like a backup? Like, you know, like when you have computers, they have like backup systems or like saved like information. Does the ship have saved information that we can gather?
That would be something you would only probably be able to find on the actual ship itself.
Okay.
You would not be able to, I'm gonna tell you now, you won't be able to discern that from just doing a shipbound scan. That's something you would have to go over there and actually physically view.
Okay, so is it we want to land, if we want to send a really, really, really dangerous, like you know, is
You were cutting out there, so I didn't kind of get what the question was.
What suits would what spacesuits would be recommended to explore the ship?
Yeah, I already kind of said.
In other words, like, when
there was the life support was offline, so you would just use, essentially that's kind of key information there. That was already kind of key information from that you would be using EVA suits.
Okay. Now I was just wondering if there's like any radiation leaks or anything that's really, really toxic to.
Okay, I will take that. There currently is no radiation leaking from the ship itself. There is, however, from the scan you pick up, the sun is kind of going through a certain cycle at the moment where it's producing more solar radiation than what a normal. Where's my notes? Can't remember. I think it's J class star, which is a yellow star.
Okay, Captain. It seems to be the shuttle is safe to send away crew on it, but I would recommend space suits, for it is a wreckage, and there is no radiation leakage on the ship. But I would recommend taking wearing a suit, just in case.
Very well. I'll authorize the use of EVA suits to go over to the ship. Lieutenant Commander Sean, I do intend to leave you a shuttle. I'm intending to take the ship to get our guests to their new location since they seem to be somewhat concerned. But I wanted to be able to maintain contact with you and come back if you need it.
Aye, Captain. In that case, if it's all right with you, I'll take Michelson, Murr, and Talia, as well as a couple of other security officers. I have to fix the engines first. Crap. Then in the case, I'll take Hayes.
Or Hayes can fix them. I mean, it's either or, I guess.
So right now, you guys are currently have used one supporting crew already.
Permission
Yeah.
permission to go on the wreckage as well, Captain. There might be some important scientific data that we can gather about these alien creatures that are hunting us.
Lieutenant Commander, do you believe that your composition would be suited to a science officer helping you investigate some of the data? Part of it as well is I do want to recover anything that can help us decipher the data that they sent out.
I understand, Captain. It would be prudent to take a science officer. However, we do not know how many of those alien creatures could still be alive. I would want to also take enough firepower to draw them back if need be.
Very well. I would, as our Romulan counterparts are bringing along some firepower, I believe it'd be prudent of us to assign phase rifles to the entire away team that we are bringing along.
So
We
that's
don't have
going
the
to be. You guys don't have the momentum. You can assign 2 because that's going to be a momentum cost, which is opportunity cost of 1, plus 2. I think it's 2 threat escalation cost of 2, which is 2 gives me 2 threat.
Yeah.
GM, I would actually like to, if I can, attempt to do a rally action on the back of that. This is investigating this ship is incredibly important. It's part of our mission. It's the mission we're out here for, and this will probably give us the most information we're ever going to get on these ships if we get lucky to find another ship again.
Normally, you can only do that during combat.
Worth a try.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how I can bend the rules if I even allow you to do something like that in a way.
I could spend it. I could burn a determination over it. It could cost me. Tie it to a value if need be.
What values do you have?
The one I was going to go with when I looked up was "We are the peacekeepers wherever we are." But for full list, if I should die today, then the wisdom I bring you dies with me. Doesn't really apply. I'm learned in the way of trade. Careful words lead to careful action. I'm thinking the last one simply because these guys are raiding, they're attacking our ships, and if we don't find out what we need to know, we can't. The Starfleet can't really protect Federation interests out here.
Okay. I will allow it. So go ahead and do a rally. Command plus presence. Difficulty 0.
Focus in inspiration.
Sure. You're trying to inspire your troops. Now give me one hell of a speech, Captain.
Now, I need you to understand, all of you here, that this away team mission is vital to succeed. Working with the Romulans, although risky, is serving the Federation and Starfleet's needs. You are the most well-trained people that the Federation can put out, and no doubt the Romulans did the same. Succeeding at this will allow us to maintain peace in the Shackleton Expanse, because the current largest threat that we're aware of out here are these aliens, and we know nothing. We know that they can shoot us, they can damage us, and they can threaten the people that live here. So, although I believe that you do every professional precaution that you can in your normal duties, I must ask you right now to go above and beyond in every act when you go over there. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant Commander, Science Officer, take what security officers you can. Bring along an engineer if you believe it's needed. We'll most likely have to do multiple beam overs. I'll also have a shuttle assigned to you, so that way we can maintain communication. For we have diplomatic duties with this unknown alien as well. And I'll try to handle that as best I can.
Thank you so much, Captain, for this opportunity. And she salutes you with a...
Lieutenant at ease, you're not at the academy anymore. Raise an eyebrow. Oh, Lieutenant Commander, if you feel you are in imminent danger and you do not believe the Azure will get you in time, you are authorized to request assistance from the Romulan ship if you need clemency. Shuttles don't have warp drives, so if the enemy comes here, you need to be somewhere safe.
I understand, sir. And at that point, he's going to turn and go, Michelson, you're in charge of the shuttle.
If it's all right, if everybody's okay with the way the ship is, I'll go with the away team if they really need an engineer.
I could always take Hayes.
Okay.
But Grace, you're with me. I'm also taking Talia and Hayes.
Aye. The eyes have it.
Okay.
Let me guess. With the 5 momentum, you want to suspend all 5 of that and outfit the entire away team with phaser rifle?
So I'm gonna say right now, I think, I don't think there's a ruling on if you have to have a security score or how to use the phaser rifle, but I'm gonna say people who are trained with it should be able to carry it. It's gonna be threat and momentum spend. Whether or not the others that can't be or were not familiar with it, I'm just wondering if you guys really need to outfit everyone with a Type 3, phaser rifle.
I would recommend, given that the training at the academy doesn't focus entirely on weapons training, even mine isn't that as comprehensive as it should be. I would suggest, mechanically, I'm saying that if someone has a security score less than 3, they probably should stick with Type 2s, because Type 3 is a little much of a weapon. So if someone has security 3, I'm comfortable. Or if they have a focus in rifles, then I'm okay. If they have a security score of 2. So I think I'm not sure who that excludes.
That would be Talia, me. Michelson would have a Type 2.
I just don't know if you guys want to really. That's because literally, if you're giving everyone on the away team, that's 8 threat to me, and that's 4 momentum spent.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying
just...
I don't know if you guys really want to do that, because you could be hurting
I would
yourselves.
appreciate not doing that. Seeing as
well, that's kind of
Go ahead.
I'll just do me and Talia with phaser rifles with just 2.
Okay. All right. So Grace, Talia, Shran, and Michelson and Hayes are on in the shuttlecraft, and I'm assuming you went and gathered Sub Commander Durrell and his 2 men to the shuttle, correct?
Yes.
All right. And before we go cut to that, let's go back to engineering.
Yay.
You got a broken ship.
Alright. I do. I gotta fix it. It makes me sad. Alright. What is it again? I gotta look at the thing.
So it's difficulty 2, magnitude is 3, resistance is 3. You technically have not done any work on it because you failed your first chance.
Yep. Well, then I'm going to, since it's still the engine's warp drive systems, spending a momentum for a 3rd dice. And come on. And let's go ahead and re-roll that 0, because why not? That's better.
It's 2 momentum. Roll
Then
7 challenge dice for me.
give me some. Give me. I'm going to re-roll 4 of those.
So you're down. So use a momentum.
One
Down
more
to 3.
momentum. Yep.
Count
Okay.
6. That's only 3 work done currently.
Using a momentum for piercing. Yeah. I think that's all, because I don't think Miracle Worker gives me anything in this situation right now.
That is enough for a breakthrough. Miracle Worker.
Gives me 2 breakthroughs when I get a breakthrough. Or get another breakthrough. I believe is what it is. Not sure. You might have to look it up.
I'm re-looking it up because that actually might be 2 breakthroughs. Because you got, I think it's when an effect. Let's see, Miracle, we have the reputation of doing the impossible repairs and modification well in advance of expectations, getting offline systems up and running when most needed, and so on. Whenever you use engineering on an extended task, if you achieve a breakthrough and roll at least 1 effect on the challenge dice, you receive a 2nd breakthrough. So yes, work that is 2 breakthroughs.
Coolies. Alright. Do I get 1 more roll? Or no?
I'm gonna say you succeeded in repairing both the engines and the weapons simultaneously. However, the sensors are still another thing to do.
Alright, well, as soon as I got the engines and weapons back online, I comms up to the bridge. Captain, we can go whenever you're ready. Sensors are still offline. I'll work on them in transit.
Very well, thank you, engineering.
That way we can get underway.
And the difficulty drops to 1. Alright.
Yup.
Back in sick bay, the doctor is doing some intense surgery.
I want to roll to see if I can get my determination back first.
That's right, you have veteran.
And I don't get to roll for the special determination, do I?
No, you only roll for the one you spent earlier, so it's just one challenge dice.
Too
You
bad.
do not. So, Doctor, give me controller daring plus medicine. It's gonna be difficulty 2.
I got your back, Doc.
I don't really have a whole lot of wiggle room here, so I'm going to spend one momentum.
It is 2 momentum. Difficulty goes down to 1. Give me 7 challenge dice.
I only kill NPCs when they're assholes.
And I'll spend the momentum for 4 dice.
She hasn't been to me yet. There's still time.
That's 7. Resistance is 5, so that's 2 on the work. Currently.
I'll spend 2 momentum to knock the resistance down by 4.
Okay. So that was 6 work. And that is enough for a breakthrough. She's not out of the woods yet, but you've definitely started piecing together. You told LeVar to fabricate a new vertebrae since you removed her old one. Doing some advanced surgery on her.
See, I thought they didn't do like
no,
open.
You're technically. I mean, this is a little bit different than like today's medicine, but technically you're piecing out broken bone and putting it sort of back together and reattaching all of her nerves properly with some microsurgery.
Okay, because I remember Bones in one of the movies thought it was like barbaric that they were still doing surgery.
Surgery with
That's
like
what
a
I thought.
scalpel or something.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that I think it was like she had like kidney dialysis. If I remember correctly, it was like she had kidney dialysis, and it's just they have medicine now that they could literally fix that she can just take in pill form and fixes her kidneys, brings them back to like total functional status or whatever.
Okay, I will then just make a normal roll. And I should still have... I'll probably don't use that one moment. I'll just make a normal roll. I think we still have 1 momentum.
You had 2 left, right? Then you gained 2 and spent 2. So,
yeah.
No,
No,
so
we
yeah.
had 1 left. He gained 2. Then he...
Spent 3.
Yeah, he spent 3.
Okay.
So yeah, it should be 1 momentum.
I forgot about the one I spent for the dice.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. So yeah, you're at momentum. Currently, you gain 1 momentum. That's 2 momentum there. That's 5 work, resistant 5, so that's 0 work currently.
If I in whatever manner, there's like 2 or 3 different ways I could spend the momentum, but it would all get 4 work done, I think.
Yes.
If I spent 1 to get the resistance down and then 1 to get the dice back, that's the best chance I have probably of getting this finished right now.
Possibly. You know, I have to re-roll 2 unless you want to re-roll one of those ones.
I'm going to spend 1 momentum for piercing, so that'll get me 2 work done. And then I'm going to spend 1... I guess it's pretty unlikely that I'll get even 3. So I'll just spend that 2, because I still have 1 go, don't I?
You have
Or
one
is this it?
momentum. You have one
No.
more try after this.
Okay, yeah, since I have 1 more try, I'll just buy the 2 piercing.
Okay. There's no breakthrough, but you do have 1 left work on the work track.
Wait, that was 4 work? I thought it was only 2 work.
It's 4.
Yeah,
You
I
spent
bought...
both momentums. So you guys are back at 0 momentum. To do 4 piercing. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to... Since I don't have anything for the shuttle, we're going to go to Theater of the Mind Room. You guys get to use your imagination. So we have Shran, Grace here. I see Talia, is that correct?
Yeah, Talia and Hayes.
Why is her token messed up?
Somehow it got wedged under Talia.
I'm gonna get rid of Talia. Hey! There we go. Is that right? 4 and then the Romulans.
Yeah, 4 in the Romulans.
And you're all nice, quietly packed in a shuttle. Ah, you must be Lieutenant Commander Shran. I'm Sub-Commander Jarrell.
I am. And you must be Sub-Commander Jarrell.
I believe I just stated that. Oh, yeah, Michelson's in here too, isn't he? Because he's in the shuttle. Well, Lieutenant Commander, shall we get this show on the road?
GM, I've lost voice on.
I heard him all right.
You heard me? Or
It was
I
my
did.
end. It was my end. I accidentally rolled down my voice on my headset.
Well, Lieutenant Commander, shall we get this show on the road, as you humans like to put it? Or well, as humans like to put it, you're not human, you're Andorian, that's right.
Yes. Let's get down to business. I would recommend that you and your fellow Romulans keep your weapons handy. These love to fight.
You don't have to worry about me and my men. We are more than capable of handling ourselves.
Understandable. Still, if you would excuse us, we need to slip into our predicament.
I was told that the Delaric was without life support.
Yes, and so taking certain precautions.
Of course. And you do notice, like, as you guys are like boarding the shuttle, that the Romans actually have like kind of like a crate with them that they've been carrying. And it contains pretty much their EVA, their version of an EVA suit.
Okay. The lieutenant commander's going to look and go, well then, let's do this. Michelson, take us out.
And Michelson pushes a couple buttons. I'm not gonna make him do any rolls for this. He easily glides the shuttle out, and you start heading towards the wreckage of the unknown alien vessels or vessel. Sorry. Wreckage wasn't too far from the ship. Arrived momentarily. Or I was like, if you don't mind, Lieutenant Commander, I'm gonna shut the door here because you're gonna have to spacewalk to the Delaric.
That's good, Michelson. Try and keep a channel open to the Azure. If we need to talk to them, we'll get in contact with you.
Very well, sir. Okay, so I'm gonna have to have everyone who, since everyone's getting on the EVA suit, we have 4 people. You're gonna have to do some EVA or maneuver checks to walk to the, well, essentially spacewalk to the Delaric. Fun times for you guys. So, if one person wants to do Haze, the other one does Talia. They're more than welcome to.
I'll take up Talia.
By the way, I do have a focus EVA operation.
Okay. You're probably gonna need it.
Okay.
You doing Haze? Mer?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't leave me with just a Tellarite. Come on, dude. What am I rolling for him?
So this is gonna be a daring plus con check. Because you're using the thrusters and the EVA suits. And no one is really good at this. So this is gonna be interesting. Difficulty. Hey, you don't even I don't even tell you what the difficulty is, and you're already rolling. What the hell?
Difficulty 0, right?
Difficulty is 2, just so you know, because there is a
Ooh.
lot of debris floating about.
I just lost an engineer. That's a fun time.
Lieutenant Grace, I need a daring plus con from you to maneuver your suit.
I don't know if they're there.
Lieutenant Grace, you with us? I know it's late over there.
Yeah, I'm still.
I need a daring plus con from you. Difficulty is 2.
Plus difficulty of 2. Is that a complication rate? Yeah.
No,
it's
that's just how many
complication.
successes you need.
Yeah, I'm actually
Okay.
buying dice for Sub Commander Durrell, guys.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm rerolling that. Alright, good enough.
okay.
I need a roll from you, daring plus con. I'm getting to a staff. Just give me a moment. There might be some dead Romulans that hit a debris.
Okay.
So you just hit
already-
select daring and con. Like attribute daring, discipline is con. The difficulty is 2.
Okay. Would you think any of my phone?
What now?
This was computers.
No.
Nope, no. EVA focus only.
Okay.
I don't think anybody but the lieutenant commander has.
What?
Ouch.
Ooh, they're gone.
This is what happens when you volunteer as tribute.
So that is 1 success. So both Ulans, the 2 Romulans, debris, or some of the debris from the alien vessel kind of like had a bad trajectory and struck one of them, and then as hits him, he goes, starts rolling out of controlled space, hits his buddy, and he goes flying off into another form of debris, killing both of them.
Oh my! I sort of say over the cons.
So
You have lost a.
So I don't really feel like, because this is a very dangerous situation. So this is the thing, Lieutenant Grace. I will let you succeed at cost, giving me 2 threat, or you're going to take 5 challenge dice worth of damage.
Okay.
So
I'll take
I don't
take
feel
the
like
threat.
killing. Take the threat. All right. I don't really feel like
Hayes
killing
is
a player
already
character.
dead. Hayes didn't get any successes.
Hayes did not get any successes.
Nope.
Do you want Hayes to succeed at cost?
I have something I might be able to do, but I don't know.
And what is that?
Spend my determination, no man left behind, to yank him quickly out of the way of the incoming debris.
Well, I'm gonna say probably gonna say no to that, because you guys didn't pretty much tether yourselves together when you did this. Like, if you created the advantage beforehand and did like a tether line, I would say yes, you could do that, but you didn't do that.
I mean, technically he's a red shirt, so.
Blame the Romulan.
Yeah, blame the Romulan.
All right.
He's a red shirt, so.
Takes 2 stress damage. His suit though is his suits actually have resistance.
Has a resistance of 1.
Resistance to 1. Okay, so he takes 1 stress damage and his suit is torn. He's I'm gonna spend threat to make that a complication for him that he's leaking oxygen. Let's make it interesting.
Oh my.
Meaning somebody with science skill could possibly patch him up before he leaks out too much, but.
But you guys do successfully get to the top of the Herodian vessel. And you can hear over the comm Sub Commander Durrell cursing in Romulan.
Hayes kind of looks up at the lieutenant commander and kind of says, in the heavy breaths, I have a bit of a problem, Commander.
Yeah, it's
Grace, see if you can seal that off.
I'll see if I can see.
Give me. It's gonna be this. I'm gonna make this fitness. Fitness engineering because you're gonna have to do this hastily. This patchwork.
Okay.
Difficulty is gonna be 1.
Alright. Just
So
1.
it's gonna be at least you need 1 success. Complication range is 1. So roll me 2 challenge dice unless you want to give me threat to buy an extra dice.
Oh dear.
Well,
Nope.
you watch as his eyes boil.
He's gonna take some damage. I have no idea what the environment damage would be for this.
Yeah, what
He's
is
suffocating.
the environmental damage for the vacuum of space? Infinite?
Well, he's slowly suffocating to death. Like as the air is leaking out of his suit.
Can I use a value?
You could to re-roll. I would allow it, but you're gonna have to tell me.
I say understanding technology better than people.
Didn't you use a value earlier? So a lot of people spent determination.
Don't think he did.
Okay.
I think the Docs is the only one who spent determination.
No, Vandalay did too, I think.
So did Mur.
I did too.
Yeah, Moore did too.
Yeah, the SO hasn't done it.
Oh, actually, a value in stuff is a family tradition.
I would say a starship is its home, its family or crew of family.
Yes.
You can re-roll your 2 challenge dice.
Okay. Wish me luck. God.
Nope.
Nope.
That is 4 stress.
Oh boy.
I'm having a bit of difficulty. I'm having a bit of difficulty fixing him up, Captain.
Fine. In that case, the security officer is going to take the strap off of his rifle and tie it just above the cut in Hayes' EVA suit, basically making a makeshift tourniquet.
Fitness engineering.
If you fail this, you will die.
Would Talia be able to jump in and assist? It doesn't matter.
Ooh.
Goodbye, Hayes. We barely knew ye.
I would say during that time, that's a complication too. That's 3 more stress damage to him, and then the complication is
he's
that
dead.
during. Is he
That's
full
all of his stress.
That's all of his
That's
stress.
full stress. Yep.
Oh shit!
He
dead.
just goes to
He's-
injured. He
as
doesn't
you're
necessarily
tr-
die.
Yeah, the complication. So the complication is when you try to strap or tie off the area that was leaking. Part of another rip formed in his like violent struggle to try and get air, and yeah, he suffocates and dies. You just see his face turn blue for a human who's very dark skinned. Very dark skinned.
You
If he
literally
was
hear.
in-
You literally
if he
hear.
was in Dorian,
sorry.
you would be proud.
Yeah, anybody who's listening, and I don't even know if Sean's going to put it on comms, he goes, shit.
Yep.
Come on, Hayes, you're all right. Everything's fine. You're okay. It's just need to take a deep breath. It's fine.
And as you're saying this, his corpse is just. His eyes are rolled black, they're bloodshot.
Oh yeah, there's that weird aspiration that's coming out that's frozen now. Oh yeah.
Technically, you wouldn't be frozen to death yet because the heater's still working. Not to mention, when you're in space, it takes you about 45 minutes or so to freeze to death.
Oh
Yeah.
well, then he just looks like he's foaming at the mouth with his eyes rolled back in the back of his head.
Pleasant.
Yeah, 'cause you don't know
Is
what-
stupid
Go ahead.
question? Is the Azure already gone to warp?
I believe the minute you guys left, the Azure was supposed to go to warp. Is that correct, Captain?
That's correct. Yeah. Once the shuttle was away, we take off.
Okay.
Okay, never mind then.
Drell, as you guys he's walking on the suits, like, is everything all right, Lieutenant Commander?
Well, I know your two companions are gone, and Hayes here is gone.
Most unfortunate for those men. I'm sure he served the
Terrible.
Federation proud.
Terrible way
We
to
should-
die.
We should all the edition.
So,
As I
as you're
say.
standing on top of the unknown alien vessel, debris field is kind of all over the place. I'm not gonna make you make any more EVA suit checks.
I use magnetizing boots and scan and use my little scanner to scan the vessel.
What are you scanning for?
I'm scanning for to see if I can find a computer database systems.
Well, currently you're on the outer hull.
Okay.
So
Or
you guys
a
need
safe
to
way
find
in.
Okay, so you want to find a
I
safe
wanna-
way in?
Yes.
Give me it's insight plus I'm gonna say either engineering or science.
Science. What is the
I'm gonna say difficulty is 1 because 1 it's unknown, 2 it's a big pile of wreckage, so there's a lot of debris, so you might get some misreadings from the
Alright.
scanners.
wish me luck. Hopefully I don't fuck this up. Oh yay! I got 1 success.
Okay, you do manage to find a way in to the actual ship, so
Nice. I say over the comms, Captain, I found a reasonable, safe place to enter the ship.
that'd be
Are you in
Lieutenant
charge?
Commander.
So it doesn't matter. Into the ship. Did anyone hear me?
I think he was talking to you, Sean.
Oh, I'm sorry, what?
Lieutenant, I found a safe way into the ship.
Well, pop it open, Lieutenant. Let's get going.
Alright. Popping open now. Boom.
So Lieutenant Grace, you lead the away team to a safe opening into the
Yay.
unknown alien vessel. Essentially, it's not a hatch; it's just a big gaping hole
Okay.
that leads down into like where there would be corridors and such.
Alright. Can I activate my lights on like light beams on the side of my helmet or something? Like,
They're probably already on because you were spacewalking.
okay. Alright, so now that we're inside, is there any is there like a wall with a computer systems on it, or?
Well, it's just a corridor right now. So
Okay.
you guys tread down the corridor. There is still some life, like there's some lights that are kind of flickering. And then you see like little sparks. So emergency power currently is still holding. For how long, you do not know.
Okay. Talia, keep an eye out. Grace, see if you can get into their computer system. See if you can find anything useful.
Very well, Lieutenant. I shall scan and find any computers that I can get my hands on.
Give me insight plus science or engineering. Difficulty is 1.
Alright. Yay! I got some momentum.
So that's 1 momentum gain. You do find your way. Currently, the only place that really has power per se is actually what's left of the bridge.
Yes. I got some momentum, guys. Yay! I feel so good that I got some momentum for everyone. Cool. Alright. So I did find some sort of power source, yeah?
Yeah, the only place that it really has any real power per se is what's left of the bridge.
Okay. Lieutenant, I found some sort of weak data that we. Oh, I sort of saw, Lieutenant. There is a weak power source in that direction. If we head in that direction, maybe we might find some computers and some data we are for.
All right, where's the power coming?
Mr. GM, which direction is the power coming from?
He said the bridge.
The bridge.
All right then. Sub-Commander, if you wouldn't mind, I'll take the lead. And then either you or Grace, and then Talia, you could bring up the back. Nothing against you, Sub-Commander. Just I prefer to keep my eyes where I'm going.
Very well.
Not at all,
Lead the way.
Lieutenant Commander. So real quick, we're gonna go back to the bridge of the Azure. As you're warping towards the location that the other alien gave you, I'm gonna let you work on deciphering that.
Woo!
Kinda. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Give me
Hot
insight
deciphering
plus.
action.
Yeah, give me an insight plus engineering, and the ship's computers plus engineering can assist you. Yeah. And difficulty is 4.
Okay. How much momentum do we have?
1.
All right. Well, I guess I'll use that.
Okay. I need the ship. Whoever wants to roll for the ship,
Ships,
it's gonna be
ships what again? Sorry. Oh, got it. Never
computers. Okay. That's 3 successes. You needed 4, so that is not enough.
Okay. And how much threat do you currently have?
21. Hey, I've been spending it here and there, so.
Do you need any assistance?
I will need all the assistance that you can give me at this point.
Very well. Let's see what this is about. Oh, this is complicated.
Yeah, I can't quite seem to crack this.
All right, let's just work through it step by step. I'll do what I can. This is my specialty, but I should be able to ferret something out.
Thank you, Captain.
So it'd be I can't argue anything other than inside engineering to help, because I can't think of anything science that would help because we have the signal. So
Right, you're literally deciphering their language at this moment.
exactly, yeah.
So,
I mean, insight's not terrible, so.
Wait, are we deciphering their language, or is it cryptography?
You're deciphering you're deciphering like whatever code, not to mention you're deciphering the actual code itself, then on top of it the language that they're using. So that's why it's insight engineering. At least for right now. Like for the first check, that's what it has to be. After that, I would probably maybe allow a science check with it.
Works for me, because I was thinking the same thing. I was trying to think of something, I couldn't think of it.
Yeah.
So if we roll again, I'd say we could probably do, because I don't have any, I can't give you more determination. You could probably use some threat, and then my 1 extra dice plus the ship. So I'd get like 1 extra dice with threat, and then between me and the ship, we might be able to hit it. Unless you have a determination that you can cross out, but don't know if you want to do that.
I mean, it just depends on how bad you want to know this information. You can challenge. Essentially, you would be challenging a value, but I don't see a value that you have that you could challenge that would apply.
I have an idea. I'm thinking of challenging I am learned in the way of trade. Basically, on the back that it's not that learning and trade is not serving me, and my ignorance is showing now, especially since I'm working with a communications officer, and I'm as a captain, I'm struggling to help him. But I'm doing everything I'll learn from him as quickly as I can. That way, when I get a determination, I'll be able to turn around and give it to him as a CO.
Okay. So go ahead and cross out your value. Gain 1 determination, and then I guess go ahead and give it to Vandalay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already burned my determination from last time.
You
So
burned it, you burned it on the first attempt. But you didn't get enough. You didn't have any momentum to break through the resistance on your dice roll.
Yeah. The captain's special ability is they can give, as long as they can talk to you, they can give their determination. That's why I'm burning mine to help you.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Cool.
So generous of the captain to burn a value for that.
Hey, I don't know you're in trouble yet. I have other values.
Oh no, I'm not talking about giving it to me. I'm just saying in general, for you to burn a value so he could succeed. It's pretty generous.
Well, I appreciate it.
Hey, it's relevant to the mission. I'm scared. I really want to know what I'm scared it's going to be like, yeah, kill these guys. Here's their weak point. Like, no, we want to know.
Okay. So are you buying any extra dice? Because I'm assuming he's give you the determination. You're going to spend the determination for 2 automatic successes. You still get to roll 2 plus the ship and his assist. Are you going to give me any threat to get an extra dice or more, just to make sure you build momentum so you can break through the resistance?
I'd say
Yeah,
go
I
for
mean,
it, honestly.
okay, one more threat for one more die.
I'll tell you what, the best here, I'm going to tell you right now, you probably want to give me 4 threat, which this is, and that will get you to roll 4 dice, okay? You'll have the 2 successes.
Okay.
This will give you, hopefully, you get enough momentum out of this to be able to beat the resistance and do a lot on the work track if possible. In one
Okay.
go around. All right.
Then that's what I'll do.
Okay. All right. Roll me 4 challenge dice, or not 4. Sorry, 4 dice rolls for insight plus engineering, assisted by the ship's computer's engineering. And I need the ship still. All right, you gain 2 momentum out of that. Roll 6 challenge dice for me. That is 5 work. However, the resistance is 5, so that's 0 work right now. So you can spend the 2 momentum you gain for. See, I don't even know if that'd be enough. So you need a breakthrough in order to drop the difficulty down by 1. You can spend 1 momentum that you gain to reroll 2 dice and chance it, and then spend the other for piercing, and hope you get an actual 2 on there. What are your talents?
So my talents are studious, technical expertise, meticulous, and cautious engineering.
Spent momentum on. Oh, did he spend momentum on his dice roll earlier?
Threat.
I was gonna say
he spent threat, but I'm looking more interested in the technical expertise.
Yeah, I forget what that does. That should help.
It allows him to, I believe, reroll 1d20. Either that
by
or
the ship's
add
computers, he can reroll your 1-0. So give me 1 task roll. You can reroll that.
Okay.
Hopefully that will get you some momentum here. There you go. That's 3 momentum total. Alright. You're going to have to spend all this momentum, okay? So spend 1 momentum to reroll 2 challenge dice. To reroll 2 of your challenge dice, okay?
Oh, that's
wait.
rough.
Yeah.
Reroll that. So I don't know if that took, but just re-roll it. There you go. All right, that's 7. Spend the last 2 on 4 piercing, and that'll get you 6 done on the work track and 1 breakthrough. Difficulty go down to 3. All right.
This better be worth it.
Difficulty is 3. It's not 4. So.
Little do we know that it's their Chinese takeout order.
I'm surprised they know what
Kung Pao
China is.
chicken.
It's the secret Chinese menu that you can actually order weapons of mass destruction off of.
They just sent the recipe for Szechuan sauce.
Ooh, that is kind
Yeah,
of worth it though.
We have to get it. Yeah.
All right.
Szechuan.
So to continue this, give me another insight plus engineering, assisted by the ship's computers plus engineering. You're breaking through some of the decipher. Captain, I will, since you're starting to hear the language a little bit in the deciphering, I will allow science from you. Or if you want Vandalay, you can switch to science at this point. If that's
Will do.
if that's higher stat for you.
It is, and it's still insight. Or could I switch to reason potentially?
No, it's still insight science. Because you're still trying to break through, but I will allow your xenolinguistics for a focus.
I'm sorry, what was that?
You can use xenolinguistics for a focus or cultural studies. Well, not actually, cultural studies won't work. Never mind. Or subspace communications. So you have 2 that might apply here. Difficulty is 3, so depends if you want to chance it without. But yeah, it's still going to be computers plus engineering for the ship.
I'd say at least 1 extra challenge dice. But it's your call if you want to pull that threat or.
Do you want to give me 1 threat to have an extra dice? Or 3 threat for 2 dice?
Yeah. Best payoff would probably be 1 extra dice, wouldn't it? For a 3 difficulty.
Because you're getting at least 2 more from me between me and the ship.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially. Yeah, let's just get 1 more dice. Let's try it.
So you're rolling 3 dice.
Oh.
Okay, so you have technical expertise. You can re-roll that complication.
Let's do that.
1. Well, that's 4 successes. Barely. So that's 1 momentum gain. You're using science for this, so roll me 7 challenge dice. Wow, this is probably what you really needed. Let's see, 2, 4. I got 8. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
I count 8.
Minus 5, so that's 3 on the work track. You need at least 6. So the only way you're gonna be able to do this is you can spend the 1 momentum for piercing. That's 5 work. That gives you another breakthrough.
Worth it.
Let's do it.
Drops the difficulty to 2. You currently have 1 work left on the actual work track.
This is
And-
beginning
All
to
right.
make a lot more sense.
So it is now difficulty 2. So go ahead and roll insight plus science. This is by the ship's computers plus engineering. You can re-roll that 0 since you have technical expertise, Vandalay. Okay, that's 3 successes. You gain 1 momentum. Roll me 7 challenge dice.
We have now found
That
the
completes
recipe
it.
for mac sauce.
Woo!
That completes this extended task. You successfully deciphered the signal.
So, Lieutenant, I hit this button, right?
It's all you, Captain.
All right. Now, if this turns out to be them simply saying we are dying, I believe someone aboard will be upset.
Well, only one way to find out.
GM, I walk over to the science station and look into the little eyepiece to see what the computer has read.
Right, I'm gonna send this both to you real quick. I'm just adding something real quick to it.
Oh, okay.
I do apologize.
My bad. I thought you were waiting for us to prompt you.
No. Sorry, unfortunately, I forgot to add this, and that is completely my fault.
No, you're drawing out for suspense. It's fine. Don't admit you did anything wrong. I mean, it's not like he's streaming this or anything.
Right. I mean, all this dead air, it can't be good. Can't have a repeat of Thursday.
What? Was I getting...
No, I got some stuff from chat on Thursday that while we were streaming, that there was a lot of dead air. People not talking.
Well, whatever you do, don't put laughing gas in anybody's atmosphere.
Right? That'll be a fun time.
Laughing gas.
I sent it to both of you, so that should give you some information on what that message was.
So the transmission had the location of the system that we're currently in?
Yes, and you can devise where it was being sent to, and where it's being sent to is quite interesting.
I'm reading here the coordinates are sending to our current heading. Do you have the same thing?
Sir, I'm seeing the same thing. Could have been a encoded distress call or some kind of warning, I'm assuming.
I'm getting the same thing.
Yeah.
All right. Lieutenant, you're gonna have the bridge for now. I'm gonna talk to our guest, find out if there's any connection.
Aye, Captain.
All hands, red alert.
And while you're doing that, and the red alert sirens go off, we're going to go back to the doctor. And the alarms go off, doctor, and you're still in the middle of surgery.
The
Doctor?
doctor's gonna pay no attention to the alarm.
All right. Doctor, you're pretty much done with the surgery. You just need to patch her up at this point. So give me a control or daring medicine check. Difficulty is 1. It's 1 momentum. And I
And
believe
then-
LeVar was assisting.
Yep.
There's 2 momentum gain. Roll 7 challenge dice, Doctor. That is 5? Yes, 5 successes. Resistance is 5, so that's currently 0 work.
Yeah, by 1 resistance down.
Alright, he's going to spend 1 momentum for piercing. That is exactly what you need. Well, not exactly. 1 over what you need. And you finish patching Rebecca Rue up. And this completes the surgery. And Doctor, you're so successful, you leave no scarring.
I'm gonna turn around to Vandalay, or to to Lavoir, and say, give her. I hand him a couple of different hypo spray tubes full of medicine, and say, give her these every like half hour. I'm gonna go see what's up on the bridge.
Yes, doctor.
And then I'll say, I'll comm badge the captain. Or comm badge. I'll go to the wall and click the button. To talk to the captain.
I should
Okay,
probably start working on sensors at some point.
Captain, I see we're under red alert. Is there anything sick bay can do?
I go over to the console, press the button at my chair before I leave. Doctor, it appears our transport of our guests is leading us into a possible conflict area with the aliens that have been raiding the area. How much command experience do you have?
I spent time in ground forces, so I've had command of units before, but not an entire ship. But I have sat in the chair.
Very well. Get up to the bridge and get some bridge duty. I have to talk to our guest to see what the connection is. The Lieutenant Vandalay will be able to fill you in on what we found out.
Aye, aye, sir. So I will go to the bridge to take the chair.
Okay, while that's going on, we're going to go back to... Oops. There we go. Back to the away team. You guys have made your way to the bridge of the unknown alien vessel. Lights are flickering. There is still power to the consoles, but they're kind of on and off on some of them. And there's this big gaping hole on one side of the bridge. That all you see is open space and debris floating about.
Lieutenant Commander
was a good
Sean is
shot.
gonna look at Lieutenant Commander Sean is gonna look at the sub commander and go, Was that your torpedo?
Our torpedoes don't generally leave. There is some residue.
Cool. Alright,
But-
I'm gonna float. I'm gonna make my way to the nearest computers.
Okay, what are you looking for?
I want to know what these alien creatures look like, or, you know, where they came from, anything really, anything that can help us.
Ooh, okay. So for this task, this is going to probably be. So you have a focus computer, so I'll allow the focus, but it's going to be.
Yes.
Make this reason plus.
I do have a focus on those computers.
Right. This is going to be probably reason plus engineering because you're pretty much trying to hack the system or hack their computer terminals.
So this,
And let's make this difficulty. You probably don't know. Let's make it difficulty 4, and let's see. Let's spend some threat here. Make this complication range 5.
alright. And a momentum to get an extra dice.
Lieutenant Commander Sean's going to look over. Lieutenant, you want a hand with that?
Yes, please.
Difficulty 3, complication range, or no, difficulty. Did I say 3 or 4? I'm forgetting. Let's just go 3, and complication range is 5.
Say that again. So task roll is 3. Yeah.
No,
For
okay,
me.
your task roll is 3, yes, because you spent a dice for, but the difficulty is 3, so you need 3 successes in order to get this. But your
Okay.
complication range, you're going to set to 5.
Okay.
You do gain a momentum. There is a complication, though, however. Most of the data you can pull off is corrupted. You can tell that from the logs that this species is definitely not from this region.
1 second, I was doing something. I pulled the momentum, and then if you look at the screen right now, click.
Right, I see it. You want to get rid of the complication. Just take that
Yeah,
momentum
that's what
back,
I was
'cause
in the
I'm not-
process of doing.
Well, you're getting the
I mean,
complication
if it's
anyway,
if it's
'cause
too late,
No,
okay.
it's
Then
fine,
if it's
but-
too late, I just won't worry about it.
No. You do that, but I'm spending 2 threat to continue the complication. You do decide that you don't get the name of the species. However, yeah, you maybe spend threat. They do come from a region elsewhere in the galaxy. They're currently operating what appears to be some sort of ancient gateway. They're able to pull in vessels from their region of space to where you're at.
Okay. Does it give me does it give me anything that what they look like, what they?
You guys already kind of know what they look like. And the reason I'm saying
Right.
that is you have descriptions from the crew that were captured. Like, you weren't here for it, but the first episode, a couple of crew members were actually captured by these aliens, and they got a pretty good look at their face. They wear blue
What about?
armor. They're big
Okay.
and
So-
ferocious.
And speak a certain language. Can I pick up
They're
The
also
language-
ugly as sin.
Yeah, the language you do not know anything about. It is completely foreign to you. It's nothing that's in the Federation database at all.
I get language from the computers.
You could take samplings of the language in the database and give it to decipher it later, or try to understand it later on. But that's going to be an extended task, and that's something that's probably going to take you time to come up with something for the universal translator to translate for you.
So I like to gather as much information as I can, and the language, any language on this computer that is left over, and to save it onto like a floppy disk or something.
So
And I
you're
tend
gonna.
to.
So
Yeah.
okay, let me get this straight real quick. So you're going to take your tricorder and you're going to link it, and just try to
Yes.
download as much data as you can from the alien computer.
Yes.
Okay. Give me a control plus engineering task difficulty 1 to
Okay.
do that.
Okay. Would computers come into
Yeah.
play again?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah.
Woohoo!
You gain 1 momentum. You do manage to leak the tricorder to the alien vessel, and you begin downloading the data. During that moment, Sub Commander Durrell looks. Lieutenant Commander, did you hear that?
Hear what?
I must be hearing things like. And kind of out of the corner, you would sort of recognize him, but it's in a full battle type suit. Swings a sword straight at the sub commander.
Oh no!
Is he in the process of charging right now? Or never mind.
No, he's literally came up and kind of did almost a surprise attack on the sub commander. And they're currently gridlocked in battle.
Tali's gonna shoot.
Okay. Give me control plus security. The difficulty is normally 2 for this. Well, you just need 2 successes. I'm gonna spend some threats to make up your complication range to 2. Just because you're fighting in like melee, or sort of like melee combat in D&D terms.
Can I shoot?
Well, we're going in sort of an initiative type thing. So the 2 went.
Okay.
It usually goes with the person with the highest daring first.
9 for Talia.
Daring is 8.
10.
Oh, I gotta get rid of all these. so Sean, it's your go.
I'm gonna attempt to come up behind him and snap his neck.
Okay, so all right. Roll its daring plus security. I mean, you're gonna attempt to, and then you give me threat to make this a lethal attack.
Oh yeah, definitely giving you
Alright.
threat to make this a lethal attack. Plus, I'm giving you one extra.
All right. Roll 4 dice. Yeah, it is currently a tie. You can succeed at cost, but it'll cost you a complication.
Nah, it's just enough to get his attention off the sub commander.
All right. Talia, it's your go. Currently, there is a complication in play for shooting weapons fire at the unknown alien. So, complication is going to be 2.
I'm gonna spend 1 momentum to get another die.
Wow. You gain 2 momentum back. Roll me some of that lovely Type 3 phaser damage.
It's 4 challenge dice for type 3?
It is 4
Yes,
plus your
4 plus
security.
security.
You can re-roll, spend a momentum and re-roll that. Throw some of those challenge dice if you want.
Oh yeah, he's wearing armor, so he might soak it. So how many challenge dice would I re-roll if I spent the momentum?
5.
5, 4, and 4. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Totally.
Okay. Grace?
I shall attempt to.
There's currently a complication play with the unknown alien. Difficult. Alright, it's still it's gonna be difficulty 2, so control plus security,
All right.
and complication is 2.
Okay. Yay! I got
You
him.
miss. No, you need 2
I missed.
successes. to hit him. So it's a miss. And be the sub commander. He is currently. You know, he's going to spend his determination for an automatic success. That's 3. Ooh. So I'm I'm spending a threat to get rid of that complication. Yeah. So yeah, gets a good strike on him, but that's about it. And it's the Trojans go. Do a minor, move back a little bit out of your kind of melee, and he's going to pull out it, or yeah, I'm gonna spend a threat so he does an extra minor action to pull out his weapon. And let's do an extra dice here. He's gonna shoot at you, Shran, with a. So he's pull out his Tetron pistol here. That is a hit. I'm gonna spend a threat to reroll some damage here. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 damage. Subtract whatever resistance from EVA suits. I believe that is 1 or 2.
It's 1.
Look it up. It's 1. Okay, so 8 stress damage.
I'd like to spend my determination to avoid the injury.
Okay. Let's go back to you, Shran. Alright.
Okay, since he decided just to shoot me, to literally unsling my rifle and shoot him.
Okay. So minor action to pull out your rifle. Roll control plus security.
Yeah. You know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. That'd be mean. That'd be mean. How much momentum do we still have? 2?
1.
1. Okay, I'm spending it.
It's a hit. Roll damage.
Bam.
Okay, yeah. You shoot him. He suffered an injury earlier, so the first injury becomes lethal. Yeah, he's dead. He goes flying off, and you shoot him so hard, he demagnetizes in some fashion, and then starts floating off into space.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't even see him.
I didn't either. Don't worry about it.
Are you alright, Lieutenant Commander?
Quick question for the GM. Did my EVA suit bust a leak?
It's a pretty nasty shot you took. I'm gonna say it's structurally weakened. Like, if you suffer any damage, you're gonna get a leak in it.
I mean, I might want the shuttle to come in a little closer. I don't think I can take a hit, but I'm fine right.
If need be, Commander, I'm sure we can get our the Valdor to beam us off.
If that might be better.
And Hayes,
Let's
too.
wrap up here.
Sorry, sir.
All right.
Sirs.
Given some time, you successfully download most of the data from the alien vessel before the power leaks out of existence. And Subcommander Drell kind of pushes a little thing on his spacesuit and goes, Subcommander Drell to the Valdor. Forward to beam out. And with that, I don't have a Romulan transporter, because Michelson is still in the shuttle.
Yeah, once we beam onto the Valdor, I'm going to open my communicator.
Okay.
Sean to Michelson.
Yes, sir.
Course, the Valdor. Currently, the away team is on board. We had to beam straight there. Also, drop a line to the Azure telling them what we've got. We'll send you the information later, and any information that I need to tell him, I tell him.
Okay. Then we're gonna cut back to the bridge of the. Oh wait. So Falvin, you are currently heading to the conference room, correct?
Correct.
All right. Actually, we'll do that first. This is going into the next scene. You guys are technically out of momentum, so no need to go down. So, Captain, you had Yuan to escorted to the conference room.
You wish to see me, Captain?
Yes, Suan. I have on my pad here a description of an alien species, and I want to know, and ship. I keep tapping at my pad as I'm talking. I want you to have a look for me, please, and see if it seems familiar to you at all. And I push it over once I've entered it into the clipboard pad.
So what she does is she actually goes to her kind of like a terminal on her suit kind of that she's wearing, and she's literally just, you look at the pad and you just see it, like all this stuff, like the pad kind of like circling through like faster than you could think it could, all the different information, and it's literally be downloaded into her sort of like her actually own computer in her suit. And with the hologram display, she's kind of going through it, you know, a couple moments.
My kind is not aware of these species. What do you wish to know about them?
You are aware of the species?
No, we are not aware of these species. We have never encountered them.
That's unfortunate. Well, at this time, I wish to inform you that this alien has been, or this species has been attacking ships in this region of space. My ship is currently tasked with making them stop. Now, it has come to my attention that it is possible that this species may be located at the coordinates you gave me. This species is hostile, and from reports, seems to be of a hunt for sport type species. So I believe that it is possible that your facility may be, and the people there may be endangered, assuming that they know they're even there. I was hoping you had some insight into the species. At this time, I believe that my ship currently is damaged. I believe that it would be prudent for me to wait for reinforcements for a little while. We have an allied alien species not more than a few light years away. So I just wished to inform you of that, and if you had any insight into them at all, I was hoping, or any insight into the technology that in our scans, that would be most helpful.
This technology is, while it's not familiar to my kind, we do not use it. But we have encountered similar technology in the past used by various other races.
Does your species have any particular countermeasures against the type of energy weapon?
No, we do not. I fail to see the reason as too much help that I could bring you, Captain. However, if these aliens are operating around the location of the station that my people operate from, I fail to see how my people could be of assistance for you in this duration of your conflict. Do not usually get involved with other species.
Well, I appreciate you telling me. That is informative in its own way. It tells me that the species is newer and that they may be, and if we're lucky, they may very well not be aware of your people, but we're going to do everything we can to help you. I'll keep you informed as I know more. Do you have any questions at this time?
All I ask is, are we still en route to the last outpost of my kind?
We are en route. However, I do intend to stop short to wait for reinforcements. The ship by itself may be overcome if there are enemy vessels in the area. It would serve us no good to get you there only for the ship to be destroyed once we warp in.
Very well, Captain. I'll reside in my cabin. Please inform me when we arrive.
I will go on. You can be assured of that. Once I'll wait till the alien leaves, and I tend to click oh my goodness, an intercom button to call up to the bridge.
Vandalay here.
Bridge, stop short of the location, give it a good light year or so, and send a communication to the Romulan vessel. We're going to request their reinforcements, since I believe that we may very well be walking into a situation we can't handle.
So I don't know. I sent something to the doctor, so I guess I don't know if he's AFK or not.
Oh, yeah, I just didn't see the message.
Right.
Okay, let me read it real quick. Okay. I'm gonna... the science officer... I'm just gonna say it because Vandalay might hear it too. So the science officers just informed me that we have 4 warp signals inbound. Inbound. So I guess Vandalay is about to start telling me what the captain said. Or
Well, my comm was up to the bridge, so
okay. Well, then I'll lean in and Captain, I've got 4 inbound vessels headed to our location.
do you have identification of friend or?
Stand by. Science officer, try to identify the vessels.
Commander, I can't get a good reading on the. They're just a warp signal. They're very faint. That they're inbound, but I can't tell if they're friend or foe.
Captain, identification is not possible. I'm about to take this ship to red alert and go shields up. Without, unless you have another course of action you wish me to take, sir.
Maintain red alert, and we're going to call to the Romulan vessel for assistance. And for the time, we were going to have to stay evasive action. We're fairly damaged as it is. I don't know how fit we are. Call down engineering, see how ready we can fight. I'll be up in the bridge in a bit. I'm still in the conference room.
Lieutenant Vandal, is it Lieutenant?
Yes.
Lieutenant Vandalay, open communications to the Romulan vessel.
You got it. And I open communications.
This is Lieutenant Commander Shran. We request your assistance. We have 4 unknown vessels inbound on our position, and we think they may be hostile.
So are you putting it on screen, or is it just over audio?
Yeah, on screen is fine.
Okay. So Commander Tharsios and I, you say 4 vessels?
Yes, 4
Commander?
vessels.
Well, we just picked up your away team. They seem to have ran into trouble. Clearly, if there's 4 vessels, neither of our 2 ships are matched for these for this type of engagement. We do require reinforcements. I would suggest you give word to your captain that you fall back for the time being and rendezvous nearby.
I'll take that under advisement, Commander. As you're out. I then tap my... I guess I don't know the captain's... Oh. I was thinking he doesn't have a comm badge, so I can't just communicate with him, but he has a communicator on him. So I'll open up a channel to the captain's communicator.
Flip it open as I'm walking down the hallway, probably into a turbo lift.
Captain, we're not gonna get any assistance. We may have to retreat to the Romulans with all speed. I'm contacting engineering now to find out if it's possible.
Very well. Proceed with that advice.
Shrant Engineering.
This is more.
Doctor, I need every ounce of speed. Our lives are going to depend on it.
I mean, I'm a doctor in some accounts, but yeah, I can see what I can do, and I will. I assume I fixed the engines, so we should be good. So yeah,
Yeah,
he'll
the only
say,
thing that's
yeah,
left is
we're
sensors,
ready to go.
So...
Yeah, it's just sensors I gotta fix.
Okay.
Which just gives you increased difficulty going into battle.
Okay, more. Let's get these sensors operational. We're gonna need them very soon, but I'm gonna give you as much time as I can.
Alright.
Shran out.
And Moore just goes, never a fucking second, as he starts going in and starts repairing the sensors.
I would like to take us to warp towards the Romulans if you're not about to change the scene.
I'm not gonna change the scene yet. I was gonna give Murr a chance to
Okay.
Fix the
repair
sensors.
fix the sensors. But I'm gonna say you go ahead and do an about face, and you start heading back towards the system that you came from.
Yep. Oh, you were talking to him, the doctor. Okay.
Okay, so
And it's control engineering?
yes, control plus engineering. Difficulty is 1.
Hooray. We don't have any
And
momentum? Yep.
I'm gonna spend 2 threat, give you a complication, increase your complication range to 2.
Okay.
Alright, that's 1 momentum. Need 5 work to complete this. It's 5. So -3, so that's only 2 work on the track. Oh, sorry, you need 10 work done. I bet.
I have 3 work so far?
Yes, you have 3 work so far.
I'm going to spend the momentum for piercing to get the breakthrough.
Okay. And that's all you actually need because you only need 3 breakthroughs for that, and that completes it. You get the sensors back online and functioning properly. Well, they're online, but they're functioning properly now.
Yep. And I comms up to the bridge. We're good to go. So, yep. That's what he does. He lets the bridge know that everything is working properly.
All right. So we go back up to the bridge. You're heading back towards the planetary system with the unknown aliens hot on your trail. I guess I'm assuming you guys are pushing pedal to the metal, doing warp 11.
Yeah, probably.
In TOS terms, that's emergency warp.
Yes.
So we're gonna get an emergency warp.
Yeah.
Yep, warp 11.
Okay,
So
then. Helmsman, give me emergency warp to these coordinates, and I give him the coordinates to the Romulan vessel.
well, it's back at the system.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Then.
So it probably won't take you long, about 10-15 minutes to get back there. Emergency warp because you weren't that far away to begin with. So, Captain, I'm assuming at this time you return to the bridge.
Yeah.
Then I guess when he walks out of the turbo lift, I'll go, Captain has the bridge, and I'll step over to tactical.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna call it a night, you guys.
Okay, have a good one. Yeah. I'm wrapping up here. There's like one little part to do, which they have to decide, but have a good one, Lieutenant Grace. I will see you. We'll see you next week.
Awesome. Oh, if I get any reps, someone roll that for me. Hello?
Okay.
Will do.
Oh, cool. If I do get it rep, that is that. Okay, now.
You too, man.
All right. You come into view of the planetary system. The Romulans are still in orbit. And it does appear that the unknown aliens, their trajectory is coming towards you.
Lieutenant Vanderlei, contact the shuttle, let them know to board as soon as possible. And then contact the Romulans. We're going to have to continue running. I don't think we'll be able to take that many ships. Ideally, they might be able to. They might just be focusing on their lost ship.
So
Aye, Captain.
the science officer kind of turns and looks like, Captain, what about the expeditionary team that's on the surface of the planet? Are we going to leave them there?
Captain, I also have to advise that at this time we do know that the Romulans have some sort of cloaking technology. They can run away from this fight without us if things get bad. And since we have no permanent alliance with them, that could be at any time. So I suggest that we might as well stay and fight. Like they have... If we try to run, they might disappear, and then we'll be the only target left standing.
My primary concern is the safety of the Federation citizens in this crew, but I do take your advisory into consideration because we will have to rescue the expeditionary team, whether or not we're running away. So, my orders are, we are to contact the Romulan ship and inform them that we need to evacuate the people below. They'll give them a reason to help us continue fighting. At which point, we'll have some time to recharge the power cells within the engines. At that point, if we still have the upper hand, then I wish to stay and fight. That is my intention. However, if we do not seem to be prevailing, we need to evacuate as soon as possible and either meet up with our own fleet or with theirs.
Okay, I contact the Romulan vessel and relay the message.
And with that, this will be to be continued for next week.
Oh boy, wait until you find out the little backstory I had made up for NPC Hayes. The captain's going to have to inform next of kin.
I was already writing up